Welcome to the Kitsap Publishing Deep Dive podcast with myself, Jack Bennett, and Emily Waters. Join us as we explore books, current events, history, politics, health, and more. Let's dive in.
All right, so today we're diving deep into Indian mystery.
Okay.
It's a historical novel set in Idaho, back in the mid-1800s.
Ooh, interesting.
Think like rugged landscapes, hidden caves, and a mystery that ties into the Nez Perce tribe.
The Nez Perce in the 1800s?
Yeah.
That's a fascinating period to look at.
Oh, absolutely.
This is right after Chief Joseph's surrender and their forced relocation to reservations.
Right.
Talk about a backdrop ripe with tension.
Exactly.
A lot going on.
And right in the middle of all of this is our main character, Dennis.
Okay.
This guy, he stumbles upon a hidden cave, and inside,
Ugh.
a Native American skeleton and a mysterious talking stick.
Now, for those who may not be familiar with Native American traditions, a talking stick, it isn't just some wooden stick.
Yeah.
It held deep spiritual significance, representing the right to speak and be heard,
Okay.
often used in ceremonies and storytelling.
So Dennis has this almost superhuman skill, a photographic memory. He can remember landscapes and faces in perfect detail.
That's incredible.
And this comes in handy later on in the story.
Of course it does.
Yeah.
It's like the universe handed him the perfect tool for this mystery.
I know.
And speaking of tools, the talking stick itself is intricately carved,
Oh, really?
hinting at a deeper meaning and purpose.
So hold on tight, because the story takes a wild turn.
Okay.
Dennis has a chance encounter with Little Bird, who is a young Nez Perce woman,
Oh, right.
and they end up in a terrifying cougar attack.
Oh, wow. A cougar attack.
Yeah.
You know, reading this, I was struck by how the author captures the raw power of cougars in the wild.
Yeah,
They were a real threat back then, these stealthy predators lurking in the shadows.
I bet.
You wouldn't want to run into one of those
No,
in the dark,
not at all.
especially back then.
So Dennis, being the quick thinker that he is, manages to fight off the cougar
Wow.
and find this hidden cave to protect them both.
Okay.
But Little Bird is badly injured,
Oh.
and he has to tend to her wounds while she's unconscious.
So he's got a lot on his plate right now.
Yeah, he does.
Talk about a baptism by fire.
I know, right?
This is where we see Dennis's resourcefulness shine.
Yes.
Not just surviving, but taking care of someone else in a life or death situation.
And it's in this cave, while sheltering with an unconscious little bird,
Okay.
that Dennis discovers the skeleton, those intricate carvings on the cave walls, and that mysterious talking stick.
Wow.
He's completely captivated by it all, especially the mystery surrounding the stick's purpose.
Yeah, it's like layers of history are being peeled back, right?
Yeah.
The skeleton, the cave paintings, the talking stick, all pointing to a long and rich indigenous presence in that very spot.
Right.
It's a no wonder Dennis is hooked.
Now, Little Bird eventually wakes up,
Okay.
but she's confused and disoriented.
Makes sense.
Imagine waking up in a strange cave after a cougar attack with a complete stranger by your side.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
It's a testament to the human spirit that she even wakes up. Coma recovery isn't a walk in the park.
Yeah.
You're dealing with possible memory loss, confusion, and the emotional trauma of the attack itself.
So at first, she's wary of Dennis.
Sure.
But as she pieces together what happened, she realizes he saved her life.
Right.
And here's where things get really interesting.
Okay.
She reveals a family secret about the talking stick, connecting it to her great-grandfather, a shaman who vanished with the tribe's treasures years ago.
Ah, the shaman.
Yeah.
These were spiritual leaders, healers, keepers of sacred knowledge.
Right.
Their disappearance, especially with treasures, would have been a devastating loss for the tribe.
So the talking stick isn't just a random artifact.
No, it's not.
It's the key to finding lost tribal treasure.
And not just any treasures.
Right.
These represent the history, the identity, the very soul of the Nez Perce people.
Yeah.
It's more than just gold and jewels. It's about reclaiming a part of themselves.
But of course, no good treasure hunt is complete without some villains.
Oh, here we go.
Enter the bad guys. James Johnson, a seemingly respectable lawyer, running water, a disgruntled former museum curator, and a corrupt local sheriff.
Oh my goodness, what a crew.
Talk about a motley crew.
It's fascinating how the author sets them up. You know? You
Yeah.
think they're decent folks at first, then bam, greed rears its ugly head.
And they're determined to get their hands on that talking stick no matter the cost.
It's a classic case of cultural exploitation.
Right.
They see the talking stick as a means to an end, a way to profit from someone else's heritage. It's a sad reality that many indigenous communities have faced.
And these guys aren't playing around.
No.
The story takes off with Chase's close calls and some seriously dangerous encounters.
Wow.
Dennis and Little Bird are in way over their heads.
But they're not backing down, are they?
Not at all.
There's a fire in them, a determination to protect what's rightfully theirs. I have to admire that.
And that brings us to a crucial moment.
All right.
During one of these tense encounters, Little Bird reveals another secret. The talking stick, combined with a specific chant, unlocks the path to the hidden treasure.
Whoa, hold on.
Yeah.
This is where the power of oral tradition comes into play.
I see.
The talking stick isn't just a physical object.
Right.
It's imbued with meaning, activated by knowledge passed down through generations.
So like a key and a map all in one.
Exactly.
But you need the right combination to unlock its secrets.
It makes you wonder how much knowledge has been lost over time.
I know.
How many stories are waiting to be rediscovered?
It's like the talking stick itself is whispering to us, urging us to listen closely.
And maybe that's the true treasure here, isn't it?
Maybe so.
The stories that connect us to the past and shape our understanding of the present.
So we've got Dennis Little Bird, these ruthless villains, a high-stakes race against time, and a talking stick that holds the key to a lost treasure.
Where do we go from here?
We'll have to find out in part 2.
Stay tuned, everybody.
All right, we'll be right back.
Okay, so we left off with Dennis and Little Bird
Uh,
and those greedy villains on the hunt for the lost Nez Perce treasure. It's a race against time, and the stakes couldn't be higher.
It's like watching a pot of water about to boil over, you know.
Yeah.
Something's going to explode, but you don't know when or how.
And amidst all this danger,
Yeah.
their feelings for each other are growing.
Talk about a complicated situation.
I know, right?
They're from completely different worlds, facing prejudice and societal norms that make their relationship nearly impossible.
It's a classic Romeo and Juliet scenario,
Right.
but with a historical twist.
Oh, absolutely.
They're not just fighting for love.
Yeah.
They're fighting for their heritage and their very lives.
And remember that cougar from earlier?
Oh, yeah.
Well, guess who makes a dramatic reappearance?
Oh, no, not the cougar again.
You know it.
Talk about adding fuel to the fire.
Exactly. And it happens during this intense showdown at the cave.
Uh-oh.
And things go south quickly.
Okay.
Dennis gets shot.
What?
And Little Bird has no choice but to leave him behind and run for help.
Can you imagine the sheer terror and desperation she must have felt?
Oh, we know.
Running through the wilderness, knowing the love of her life is injured, and those villains are still out there?
It's a testament to her strength and loyalty.
Yeah.
She doesn't hesitate for a second. She knows what she has to do.
It's like something out of a survival movie,
Yeah,
but this is her reality,
right.
and she pulls through, finds Dennis's family, and they rush him to the hospital.
But even with Dennis recovering, the danger isn't over.
Oh, no.
Dr. Fox,
Okay.
who is the Blackfoot Indian doctor
Right.
who has become a trusted friend,
Okay.
warns them that James and his gang are still after the talking stick and are heading to the Nez Perce reservation.
Dr. Fox is such an interesting character.
Yeah.
He understands both the cultural significance of the talking stick and the threat those villains pose.
Yeah.
He becomes this bridge between Dennis's world and Little Bird's world.
I see.
He's connecting those two.
It's a race against time to warn the tribe. Dr. Fox, Little Bird, and the still recovering Dennis embark on a long journey to the reservation, carrying the evidence they need to expose those villains and protect the tribe's treasures.
Their journey becomes this symbol of unity and resilience. They're from different backgrounds, but they're united by a common purpose to protect something precious.
Exactly. And they finally reach the reservation and meet with the chief and the new shaman.
Okay.
Dennis's photographs of the talking stick and the cave paintings are crucial in convincing them of the danger.
And thank goodness for that photographic memory, right?
Oh, right.
Like that the author knew exactly how to weave that skill into the story for maximum impact.
Absolutely. And the tribe springs into action setting traps to protect their sacred sites from those treasure hunters.
I love that the tribe is portrayed as proactive and intelligent.
Yes.
They're not just sitting ducks waiting to be taken advantage of.
Whoa.
They're defending their heritage with strategy and determination.
And let me tell you, those traps are ingenious.
No.
The villains fall right into them, leading to some pretty intense consequences.
Oh.
Let's just say karma has a way of catching up with those who disrespect sacred ground.
There's a sense of justice, right? Like
Yeah.
the spirits of their ancestors are guiding and protecting them.
It's a powerful moment in the story. Good triumphs over evil, and the tribe recovers their lost artifacts thanks to Dennis and Little Bird's bravery and Dr. Fox's guidance.
Awesome.
But then the story takes a bittersweet turn.
This is where the author really digs into the complexities of love and sacrifice, right?
Exactly. Little Bird, despite her feelings for Defined. Dennis chooses to marry within her tribe.
Wow.
It's a heart-wrenching decision, but she does it for the future of her children.
It's a reflection of the harsh realities of that time.
Yeah.
Mixed-race individuals often face prejudice and hardship.
Right.
She's making a selfless choice to protect her future family from that pain.
It's a reminder that even in moments of victory, there are still societal barriers and cultural pressures that shape our choices.
Yeah.
It's a bittersweet ending to their love story.
But it's a realistic one.
Oh, for sure.
The author doesn't shy away from the complexities of interracial relationships in that era.
Right.
It's a powerful message that resonates even today.
Absolutely. So Dennis is understandably heartbroken,
Yeah.
but he eventually moves on, finding love and starting a family of his own.
Okay.
Years later, he reconnects with Little Bird,
Oh.
but their paths have diverged.
It's that classic what-if scenario, right?
Right.
You see glimpses of the love that could have been, but life has taken them on different journeys.
Despite their lingering feelings for each other, they acknowledge the choices they've made and the lives they've built. It's a bittersweet recognition of the passage of time and the impacts of their decisions.
There's a sense of maturity and acceptance in that final encounter.
Yeah.
They've both grown and learned from their experiences.
Right.
It's a poignant way to close that chapter of their lives.
The story concludes with Dennis sharing his adventures through storytelling, captivating audiences with tales of courage, love, and cultural heritage.
That's beautiful.
And speaking of sharing stories, we have to mention the publisher of Indian Mystery,
Okay.
Kitsap Publishing.
Yeah.
They have a fantastic catalog of books that explore similar themes and delve into the rich tapestry of Native American culture.
It's commendable how they're committed to showcasing these stories and bringing them to a wider audience.
It's like they're saying, hey, these stories matter. These voices deserve to be heard.
And that's a message we can all get behind, right?
Absolutely.
Learning from the past, understanding different cultures, and celebrating the power of storytelling.
So we've explored the adventure, the mystery, the romance, and the cultural significance of Indian Mystery.
Yeah, we have.
But what does this all mean for you, our listener?
Well, if you're looking for a captivating read that will transport you to another time and place, Indian Mystery is definitely worth checking out.
For sure.
But it's more than just entertainment.
Right.
It's a story that will stay with you, prompting you to think about the complexities of cultural identity, the enduring power of love and sacrifice, and the importance of preserving our shared history.
And if you're looking for more stories that delve into Native American cultures, Kitsap Publishing has a wealth of titles waiting to be discovered.
That's awesome.
They offer windows into history perspectives and experiences that are often overlooked or forgotten.
It's like opening a treasure chest full of stories, each one offering a unique glimpse into the rich tapestry of human experience.
We'll leave you with this final thought-provoking question.
Okay.
Imagine yourself in Dennis's shoes, faced with the same choices and challenges. What path would you have taken?
It's a question that forces us to confront our own values and beliefs. What would we sacrifice for love? How would we navigate cultural differences?
Right.
It's a powerful exercise in empathy and self-reflection.
And that's what makes this book so compelling. It's not just about a lost treasure. It's about finding ourselves in the stories of others.
Beautiful.
So keep diving deep, keep exploring, and keep those conversations going. There's a whole world of stories out there waiting to be discovered. Until next time, happy reading. It really makes you think Indian Mystery is more than just an adventure story.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a story about understanding respect and the power of storytelling itself.
It encourages us to listen to diverse voices and to learn from different cultures. It's a reminder that there's so much more to the world than our own limited experiences.
And it highlights how stories can bridge cultural divides and help us connect on a deeper level. It's not just about entertainment, it's about empathy.
Right. And speaking of stories that deserve to be heard, we have to give a shout out to Kitsap Publishing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
They have a fantastic catalog of books that explore similar themes related to Native American culture.
They've published a lot of really compelling titles that shed light on history, identity, and resilience.
Yeah.
It's like they're saying, hey, these stories are important and they need to be shared.
And they're not just sharing stories for entertainment's sake. They're promoting understanding and appreciation for a culture that has often been marginalized or misrepresented.
So, dear listener, if this deep dive has sparked your curiosity, I encourage you to check out Indian Mystery and explore other titles from Kitsap Publishing.
It's a journey worth taking. You'll be transported to another time and place immersed in the beauty and challenges of the American West, and you'll gain a deeper understanding of the complexities of cultural identity and the enduring power of love and sacrifice.
And we'll leave you with this final, thought-provoking question.
Are you ready?
Imagine yourself in Dennis's shoes, faced with the same choices and challenges. What path would you have taken?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
It's a question that forces us to confront our own values and beliefs. What would we sacrifice for love? How would we navigate cultural differences? It's a powerful exercise in empathy and self-reflection.
And that's what makes this book so compelling. It's not just about a lost treasure. It's about finding ourselves in the stories of others.
Absolutely.
So keep diving deep, keep exploring, and keep those conversations going. There's a whole world of stories out there waiting to be discovered.
I agree with that.
Until next time, happy reading.
Thank you for listening to the Kitsap Publishing Deep Dive Podcast. Emily Waters and I will see you in the next episode. Stay tuned.